We'll start with the equation of a circle with centre 0, 0. So if your centre is 0, 0 and your radius is r, then your equation is x squared plus y squared equals r squared. Okay, so if they tell you that they find the equation of a circle with centre 0, 0, which passes through the point 4, minus 1. Okay, so find the equation of this circle. So you know you need the centre and you need the radius. Well, if we were to draw this, 0, 0 would be here and 4 minus 1 would be here. And we know if it passes through that point, then it's a point on the outside of the circle. Okay, so to find the radius, we need to find the distance here between 0, 0 and 4 minus 1. So you're just going to use your distance formula. So that is the square root of x squared minus, x2 minus x1 to be squared plus y2 minus y1 to be squared. So that's the square root of, and just call these x1, y1, x2, y2. So 4 minus 0 to be squared, and then minus 1 minus 0 to be squared. So that's the square root of 4 squared, which is 16, and minus 1 squared, which is 1. So that's the square root of 17. So my radius is the square root of 17. So my equation of the circle with centre 0, 0 is x squared plus y squared equals r squared. Root 17 squared is just 17. Okay, now that's with centre 0, 0. If the centre is anything other than 0, 0, you need to use this formula. So it's x minus h to be squared plus y minus k to be squared equals r squared, where your centre is hk. Okay, so let's see if they tell us find the equation of a circle with centre 2 minus 3 and the radius is 5. All you're going to do is throw it into your formula. So x minus, this is your h and this is your k. So x minus 2 to be squared plus y minus minus 3. So minus for minus is plus 3. Okay, to be squared equals r squared. So 5 squared is 25. You don't need to multiply these out. You can just leave them exactly as they are. So that's your answer. Okay. Using this to find the centre and the radius. So if I said x plus 3 to be squared plus y minus 4 to be squared is 8 is the equation of the circle. Find the centre and the radius. Well, the centre I know is minus this number and minus this number. So it would be minus 3, 4. That's my centre. And my radius is r squared is 8. So then r is the square root of 8. Okay, and you can just throw that into your calculator. Now, again, they may not tell you the radius, so you just have to find it. If they say find the equation of a circle with centre 1, 3, which passes through 3, 5. Okay, again, sometimes it just helps to draw it. So 1, 3, and then 3, 5. Okay. If I want to find the radius, I just have to find the distance between those 2 points, again using my distance formula. So x1, y1, x2, y2, and my radius is going to be the distance formula. So x2 minus x1 to be squared and y2 minus y1 to be squared. So that's going to be 3 take 1 is 2, 2 squared is 4, and 5 take 3 is 2, and 2 squared is 4. So that's the square root of 8. Okay, and the equation of a circle with centre hk, so there's my h and there's my k, is x minus h to be squared plus y minus k to be squared equals r squared. Square root of 8 squared is just 8. Okay, so that's my answer there for that equation of the circle. So points can be inside a circle, outside a circle, or they can be on the circle. Okay, so to figure out is a point inside, outside, or on, the easiest thing is to just fill that point into the equation. Okay, so for example, is the point 1, 3 inside, outside, or on the circle x squared plus y squared equals 7. Okay, so I'm just going to fill this in instead of x and y. 1 squared plus 3 squared is 7. That's 1. 3 squared is 9, is 7. So 10 is greater than 7. If it's greater than, it's outside. If it's less than, it's inside. And if it's equal to, if the left is equal to the right, then it's on the circle. Okay, so that's how you figure out whether points are inside, outside, or on. The equation of a circle and a line. So a line can either touch it in one place like that, or the line can go through the circle and have 2 points of intersection like that. Okay, this is called a tangent. So if when you do simultaneous equations and you only get 1 point, then the line is a tangent to the circle. And from geometry, you'll remember that the radius and the tangent is always at right angles to each other, so that might help you. If they're asking about slopes, you know that perpendicular slopes are opposite, so this equation and this one would have opposite slopes. If the line goes through the circle, it'll have 2 points of intersection, so you'll get 2 answers for x and 2 answers for y. Just to start off, 3x plus y plus 10 is 0. That's the line. X squared plus y squared equals 10. That's the circle, and they're asking you to find out whether it is a tangent to the circle or not. So what you're going to do is you're going to do simultaneous with these two. Now we know when we have something with squares in it, it's not just normal simultaneous equations. We go to the easier one and we get y on its own or x on its own. In this case, I'm going to get y on its own by bringing these two over here. So 3x comes over, becomes minus 3x. 10 comes over, becomes minus 10. And then what I do is anywhere I see y, I now fill in this over here. So I end up with x squared plus minus 3x minus 10 squared equals 10. Okay, so you're going to squaring means write the bracket out twice and then do first number, second bracket. So going back to your algebra, it's the harder simultaneous equations. And what will happen is you'll either get 2 answers for x and 2 answers for y, and it means it looks like this, or you'll get 1 x and 1 y, and it means it's a tangent. Okay, and the last thing they can ask in circles are where a circle cuts the x-axis, and it's the exact same as where anything cuts the x-axis. It cuts the x-axis when y is 0, and a circle cuts the y-axis when x is 0.